Good morning, everyone. Katie Pertite here from Katie Pertite Designs with Ardent Creative Studios. Here we are. We have a new release this morning, and I'm so excited to share it with you. It is my latest collection, a travel collection called Been There. And been there, done that, and you have all the documenting to do. And we have everything you need to get it done. So let's just jump right into it, and I'm going to share this collection with you, some ideas, and we'll just get started. All right. So first up, can we see it here? The paper pad. So this is a great collection with papers and ephemeras, and I'm hoping everyone can see this. Let's see. So let's start with our 12 by 12 paper here. As usual, we have 24 sheets, 12 designs, and you get 2 of each. And we also have 2 kiss cut sheets that you also get 2 of each. So let's just go through here. I'm going to give you a quick flip through of the papers that we have in this collection, starting with this kind of chippy, fun road scene through a village. And I'll pull this out. And on the back side, you've got a vintage taped together map page, a great neutral, great foundation, and it also cuts apart really nicely for cards and journals and so much more. All right, and the second sheet of that, and then we have a vintage map that is painted and distressed, a little bit of collage with tickets. And the back side of that is kind of like a park hiking map, tonal, a good background contrast. You can see how nicely they go together if you want to mix all your pattern papers. And then kind of urban map, plaster. I think every collection needs a really nice neutral, something kind of strong. It leaves a lot of space for scrapbook pages with a lot of photos, and then still pulls your eye into the photos with this blue textured area in the corner. But it also works well for cutting apart and using for journals and cards. And the back side of this is another neutral. Doesn't even have to be travel. It could be anything. And so could this side. It could be anything. It's just a really nice neutral foundation with a lot of typography and handwriting. And the second sheet of that. Then we have arrows as kind of a theme in this collection. You might have seen it in some of the Coordinating Lindy's videos with all the arrows that we're using. And this page, think about this, how you could take it, you could fussy cut just with your craft knife, maybe cut a line here and then tuck your photos behind it. And same with these other arrows to create more depth on your pages. So lots to think about with this paper and the options it gives. And then a fun plaid, think of this as like roads intersecting and what you could do with that one. Then we have just a world map. We've got the UK here, of course, and we've got where I am in the States, and we've got where everyone else is. We've got South Africa and Europe and South America, lots of countries in this map, and it's all textured in blues. And then on the back side of this is a fun, shabby floral in the colors of the collection with a lot of collage in the background. This goes beyond travel and is good for so many other types of projects with a really classic color palette. And can't have travel, for me anyway, without tickets. So we've got a classic ticket collage here. And the back side of this one is just a really classic polka dot, goes with everything in like the rust color of the collection. And then of course, if you're traveling, you've got postcards and postmarks and postage stamps. So we've got our collage here of postage stamps, all ready for all the places that you've been, because you've been there. And on the back side of this is a classic stripe. I think it's important to have the artsy mixed with the classics so that you get good focal points and you get lots of interest to your projects. And then of course, a dictionary collage. We've got adventure and wandering. This is great for cutting little strips or using as a background itself. And the back side of this one are some cars and campers and automobiles for that road trip story. And then we've got another kind of chippy path countryside with street maps for wherever you're exploring. This is a really fun paper for cutting apart and using in different kinds of projects. And it also works as a full 12 by 12 page. And then the back side is this really fun map. So we've got kind of, it's circular, it adds a lot of interest. And again, I'm going to bring up using like a craft knife. What if you just slice on one of these, I think that's called a latitude line. Anyone can correct me. But you could craft knife all kinds of parts of this and tuck all kinds of things in, or even take pieces and recollage this page. So lots of things to think about with this kind of design and how you can integrate it into your projects with lots of creativity. And then, of course, if you noticed in the other world map, I didn't want to leave Australia out. So we've got Australia front and center here, and did a little different with this page. It is a 12 by 12 sheet, of course, but it is cut into 6 by 6 quadrants. So it works nicely for cards, mini books, mini albums, and you have an assortment of different locations and maps here. And then the back sides are various street maps. So, and they're just tonal, so they won't clash with anything. They'll be a really nice accent. So again, and you of course get 2 of these sheets, so you can use both the street maps and the full color world maps. You'll have to let me know what you think of this approach of including some 6 by 6s in here, because I'm really trying to make these paper pads where you get the most out of them, which leads us to these Kiss Cut sheets. I love having these Kiss Cut sheets in the collections because it's like you get a whole ephemera pack in the paper pad. So this one, and of course you get 2 of them, and they are double-sided. So we have our flashcards, and there are 12 different sentiment flashcards. And then we have frames, because when you're making a scrapbook page, you need your frames. And you have 12 frames in here. You have 6 Instamatic type sizes, and then you have 6 slide frames in a good mix of the color. And then of course, globes and compass type designs in the center. And these just pop out. So there is no fussy cutting involved. They are ready to go for you. And with this 12 by 12 paper pad, you can do a full layout with the ephemera that you get in these Kiss Cut sheets. Because look at this second sheet. How awesome is this? All kinds of banners with sentiments that pop out. And of course, your labels. Gotta have labels. I'm all about it. And these sentiments, I mean, how fun these sentiments are in the mix of type. And then, of course, some word strips. So really, I can't see why you wouldn't want to have this paper pad, because it is so much more. Oh, and I didn't show you. Let me come back here. We will pull this one carefully out of the paper pad. So you can see the back side here. So you have the blanks of the flashcards and the maps, and the globes that didn't make sense to flip aren't flipped, but you have the others, and you have the backs all printed as well. And then the same goes for this one. And let's see here. So if you don't like the sentiments or you want to use it for something else, the back side is blank. You could handwrite, you could stamp, you could do whatever you choose, as well as the word strip ones. And then of course you're going to have the shapes. So if you just want the shape of a plane, you've got it, and you can paint it, stamp it, do whatever you want. So super, super great value in this Been There 12 by 12 paper pad. And to go with this, of course, we have a solids paper pad as well. There are 6 colors, and you get 4 of each in these paper pads of solids. And I'm going to just quickly go through here and show you the 6 colors. So we've got like a teal, and there's kind of bits and pieces of maps and water stains and all kinds of things in here. And then the back side is kind of a textured color block. Just adds a lot of interest. You cut it apart and do different things. And this color block approach is something I did in all the colors. So it's fun. It's not limited to travel. It could be used for any type of project. And then of course we have 3 more. And then we have a brown. And on this first side, there are map bits that you can see in there. And then again, the back side is color blocked. So kind of textures and ephemera feel to this back side. And 3 more of this one. And that brings us to our rusty kind of orange. It's orange, but it's not. It's kind of rusty. And again, you can see all the map pieces and the water stains. And a pretty strong contrast on this one, but it's fun. It's going to give you great energy as a background to your projects with this color blocking and artsy. But if you don't like artsy, then you've got this. So the choices are there, and it's something that will work for everyone. And again, we have 3 more of that one, bringing us to the green. Because when you're traveling, there's usually a lot of green. You're usually outside. And even when you're not traveling, it's springtime. Green works great for springtime. And it works great for fall. And it works great for summer. And it just works great. And our backside, again, is an artsy mix of a block. It's just going to give your cards and journals and scrapbook pages some great energy with these color blocked backgrounds. And again, we have 3 more, bringing us to our kind of goldenrod type color, like an ochre, kind of mustard. And you can see the bits of maps in here and water stains. And again, our backside is color blocked with textured background and ephemera. And again, 3 more. And then I really love having a classic neutral. I think this is our last color. So this can be for anything. Even though there's bits of maps, this works for anything. I think everyone really likes a clean background, and this is going to give you a great start. And check this out. This is the color blocked tonal beige background. Just love the energy that the texture gives. You turn it this way, and that paint swash just draws you up into the page. So there we go. And there's 3 more of those, and that completes the solids. So not only do we have 12 by 12 pattern paper and solids, but I'm going to set those aside and bring to you these 6 by 8. So we also have a 6 by 8. I cropped some of these a little different, moved some papers a little different in this one. And then there's also kiss cut. So let's go through here. I'm just going to flip through here and show you what we've got. We have this Chippy Village paper again with our taped together maps. And then we have our blue vintage map with the park design map on the other side. And then we have our neutrals. So those are really useful and classic. In our arrows with the plaid. And our blue map with the shabby floral. Whoops. And of course, tickets. I just love my tickets with a polka dot. And our postage. See how nicely they all go together? Really mix and match. Really nice. Kind of like Garanimals, if anyone is of my history and knows your Garanimals. And then we have our dictionary with the automobiles on the back and our chippy countryside path. Now on this back side, you'll see I did the polar map a little different. I cropped it a little differently than I did on the 12 by 12. But you can still think about, cutting through with the craft knife and all the things you can do with that one. And then it's not 6 by 6 quadrants. This one has 3 by 4 quadrants. So you've got all your maps again, but this time you can cut them down to 3 by 4 size. And then we get to our kiss cut. So again, you buy the 6 by 8 paper pack, you're also getting an ephemera pack in that as well. So we have 12 tags here, and there are sentiments and textured maps, and then the back sides don't have the sentiments, and you can add your own. So you could stamp on these. You could use them beyond travel themes and just have some nice yellow and blue and vintage colored blank tags. And of course you get 2 sheets. So a great value there. And then, you know how I love my envelopes, I always have. Well, this time you're getting the back is just beige, but these envelopes are a little different. So you have some small ones and you have the big ones. And I'm going to pop out one of these big ones to show you. So they are die cut here in the center. There is a part you can pop out or you can leave it. But that die cut allows you to easily stuff these envelopes. So you can put different ephemera in them, and all you have to do is glue the back and adhere them to your projects. So, and obviously these are not really travel themed, they're color themed. So they will go beyond a travel book and into so much more. And the little ones are so great for cards and journals. So think about that when you're working with these. Okay. So we have done the 12 by 12 papers, the 6 by 8 papers. Let's move on here. See what I've got for you. We have ephemera. Now, I'm not going to go through every single piece. You can go to YouTube and see on my channel, and I think it's on Arden's as well. You can see a full unboxing going through each of these ephemera pieces. And I'll show you some projects when we're all done here, so you can get an idea of some of the things that you can do with this. But this has 79 pieces of ephemera in it. You have your labels, your tags, your book plates, your postcards. And that's not all the ephemera we have. We have the laser cuts, which of course I will open because, you know, I just love our double-sided laser cuts. And we have 2 sheets. They are 6 by 8 sheets. And one sheet has all the ephemera, tickets, sentiments, and a couple more frames too. I think it's really important that you have a mix of frames. So use these frames and mix them with the ones in the 12 by 12 paper pad for great contrast. So what you get in the laser cuts is different than what you get in the paper pads. If you want all of the ephemera for bin there, you will want the 12 by 12 paper pad and the 6 by 8 paper pad because those elements are not repeated. And the back sides are blank. You could stamp your own ticket and postage. We still have the maps, and we have the leaves and butterflies that you can flip around. And then we have our elements. So I've got a window frame, you know, your window on the world. And I can't do anything without leaves, I don't think. So we've got our leaves and suitcases and globes and airplanes. And think about, like, with this suitcase, I feel like I'm on like a craft knife kick, but just take your craft knife and slice it right above the top of the suitcase. And then you can stuff that with ephemera too. So really have some fun with this collection. And of course the back side, so you can flip everything every which direction. How fun is that? And of course I've got some rub-ons. So we've got 2 rub-on sheets and you get 2 of each. So we have a lot of accents. We have our arrows and a suitcase collage and map transfers. That is our rub-ons. Did something a little different, and these are missing because I use them. So yours, when you buy them, they will be full. But this is our epoxy stickers. Lots of little dots and stripes and some sentiments too. And then I'm sure you saw all the videos with the coordinating Lindy's, and this is the stencil. So I set it up where we've got like 4 sections of movement. And the movement can go any which direction that you want. So we've got big arrows, we've got a mix of arrows, we've got arrowheads, and we've got dots. So this one is a fun one you're going to see a lot of. And then, dun, dun, dun. Another thing we're introducing with this release is vintage makers, bookmakers. So this isn't necessarily travel. This is in our vintage makers line. And these are designed intentionally, double-sided, and designed for you to be able to make journals. And watch my YouTube. I've got some videos coming out tomorrow and the next day and more after that. But you've got 2-sided book plates. And the intention here is that you can take these and build them together to make a journal. So I took some of these pages and I wanted it to be eclectic and just a mix of ledgers and books and blank pages. And I stitched them together with just some wax thread, punched some holes through, and I'll be showing how to do this on YouTube. But make your own little book that dun, 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 you can create mini albums with. So you could create, and see how I use the envelope and tuck things in. You can create really special signatures and then put these all together into another book or use them individually. You could also take these pages and maybe you're going to take, let's see, go here, take this one. Maybe you're going to take this one and score it down the middle and mount one side to your scrapbook page and then fold it over and add a closure. And you could have like some hidden journaling or something like that and make a little book of your memories and make that as part of your scrapbook page, right? Lots of potential here. Super, super excited about this. And if you don't want to stitch, that's not your game, well then slice all the pages and punch holes and make your own little mini book. And it's got a fun junk journal-y artsy vibe to it. And the paper's heavy, so obviously it can handle paint very easily. This is all the paint and the stamping, and see the little envelope from the paper pad there, and the stencil, just fun. So some really fun potential with this product here. And here is a blank version just to give you an idea of what you can do. Cannot wait to see how everyone takes this set and makes it into something special for themselves. All right, there's still more. Give me 1 second here. All right. We also have some stamps with this collection. So if you saw the essential stamps with field notes, there is a traveler set. So, and I should have had the dies, but I don't. Here is the words that all fit onto the dies for the essentials. and you can make all your own little sentiments. You can see I've used some already. Then we have a 4x6 panel stamp, and there's a little car, a plane, another plane, and some leaves all collaged in there. Makes for a great background and added texture. And then you might have seen me use this one on this page. I just posted this where I got kind of artsy with the stamps in the background. But this is a great set with some sentiment clusters, some border strips, postmarks, map edges, and all the things that make travel. And this one gives you some texture of the vintage map lines, some tickets, and a few sentiments as well. You can see again, I've used this one. It's well loved already. And I hope that I have covered everything. Here's another little tidbit. Made this by using the 6x8 paper pad and the 3x4 card page. I just cut it in half and folded it to make a little mini book. And again, this could become part of a larger page, or it could just be a little mini book. And I stuffed an envelope, and I used the PET tape from a previous release. Be sure you get that if you haven't already, because once it's gone, that one's retired. So lots of good stuff and things that you can do with this collection. I hope you've enjoyed this little walkthrough, and I've enjoyed sharing it all with you, and I can't wait to show you even more projects and see what everyone is making. Now, I believe this collection, we did have a little bit shipping delays, but it is available in the UK and possibly the EU too, and it will be shipping to stores this week for the US. So check with your favorite retailer, make sure they have it on order, and grab your copy so that you don't miss out. All right, everyone, thank you. Thank you so much for joining me today, and we've been there. Bye.